From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
And a good-looking return set up here.
Pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35, and we come down officially at the 34. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you make a lot of great decisions out there.
And got him to win.
1 yard
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
He is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two. But the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, keep pressing it downfield.
Get a 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Burrow. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
54-yard attempt.
This from 54 yards away. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, But you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. They go play action here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there.
On first down.
And that will bring up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
It's second and 8.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. A quick target here to Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
He'll find Metcalf. They're just shutting him off there. And down inside the 15 he goes. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
That's another Steelers first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Steelers.
Some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Warren. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage in a big way.
That's going to go into a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal at the Bengals 6-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Second and 6. Got his man. It's close for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The Bengals take over.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
I'd say it hurts the momentum because it's a short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing and let your opponent deal with that.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's across midfield to the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The first carry for Samaje Perine.
Reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The tackle made.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Stick skills. And he's got this down to the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bengals first down.
After won 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. It's a screen pass. It's completed. Grab your foot on the screen and it's 2nd down.
Complete to Chase Brown. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
There's Burrow setting up to throw.
Steelers 31.
Pressure, and he will go down. Safe back at the 38.
A 7-yard loss.
Alex Highsmith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time expected to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try to complete a pass. It's equally great to know when to throw the football away, too.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
18-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
1st and 10, here's Brown. Get to him just inside the 15-yard line.
He was brought down.
Even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Now 2nd and 5. Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Burrow. That's touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they get it done then.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
Complete
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now back to throw. It's caught right side. It's rolling. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it through. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the 1st down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
2nd and 12.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense.
Line.
Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down. It's a gain
so
of 23
here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
First down.
On the give, it's Warren. He's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
14.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, going to the tight end. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Burrow throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
And Burrow going to throw again. And they're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
He scored their touchdown earlier. This had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy because loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They're going to look to throw. And they set up the screen. That's complete. Chase Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one here. We'll line it up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard
Line of scrimmage,
line.
the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Looking to throw. And get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 7.
So as they talk it over, we step
At
aside.
their 49-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final
The
timeout.
Steelers.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He's got it. Got his man complete.
He's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line
First
quick.
and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the
for the
break.
field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime
Our
report.
tour of the NFL starts now. It begins out west. Southern California is where we find the Chargers at home to take on Indianapolis. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. And it's the Charger quarterback. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Chargers had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs. They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And here is the running back. A scintillating run for the touchdown. The Chiefs get win number 4 on the season. They come away with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Juke. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf down across the field here. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
And off for one. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dive into your game plan a little bit better. And maybe this time it makes it headway.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 50-yard line.
Incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. That one good for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. Doubled it, tripled it, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And the Adler calls for it as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Second down. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Throw left side, complete to Chase. Now there's a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And brought down about before reaching the 25. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Bengals first down.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college, these guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Shotgun here on the ground here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 2-yard
Third down and 1.
brings up third and 1.
Right back to Brown. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Another Bengals first down. First
What were they thinking on defense there? It
42-yard
looked like they
line.
were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Jamar Chase. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Looking to pass.
Some 31-yard line.
That'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go.
Intended
And it's going to bring up a third down.
Incomplete. The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Here's Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Fourth down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very highly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one around. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Complete
Here's
to
second
number
and 3.
87. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw.
The RPO will keep himself.
And we'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a run with one.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the run is Warren.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's another Steelers first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back out of the 30. They couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection after they try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
And he's going to take it for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will add to their 4th quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Boswell good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That's caught by Yoshibas. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Guys, man, complete over the middle. It's Brown.
Burrow's pass.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number
24 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. So getting 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Gotta give to Brown. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. He's got his target. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TV. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
Second down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up the throw. Defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ward. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the throw, led him too much that time, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Jordan battled there defensively.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Steelers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.